I love this initiative. So out of the gate, I want to just say I think this is a great idea, and I love that we're being proactive about it. So it's a pilot project. It's called Check ton verre. And the idea being that 10,000 drink protectors are going to be handed out in Montreal bars over the next 6 months to protect drinks from being spiked. This kind of came after we heard of the story of one woman having her drink spiked within the same year 2 times. Pretty scary. And we want to find out more about it. So Geneviève DESAUTELS is Executive Director of Educ'alcool. They are behind this initiative, and she joins us now. Thanks for your time today, Geneviève.
Thank you very much.
So did I describe that properly? So tell us a little bit more about what Check ton verre involves.
Yeah, you describe it very well. And I will add to your description that it's also to prevent excessive drinking, because we have some data that said to us that to protect their glasses, people take more what we call shooters, okay? Because they say, if I take it in one sip, I will not have to check my glass. Okay, so this increase the excessive drinking,
right?
And at the end, it caused a lot of damage, even at short and long term, of course. So it's the way that I will add something to your previous description.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Aaron's looking a little quizzical, so I'll just explain what that meant. So basically, Aaron, instead of people taking time, they would order a drink, say a vodka soda, and take their time and nurse it because they were afraid of being out in a bar and that their drink might get drugged. It's easier to just order shots. And so you're doing a shot at, but then you're tending to drink way more because you're not just...
You're not realizing, you don't think it's a whole glass and you're just drinking shots.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Okay, and so they're thin aluminum covers that basically seal the glass, but then you can put a straw through it still?
Exactly, and of course, you can put a straw in a sugar or in bamboo, not having to use plastic, of course. And also, we put a QR code that is linked to one of our major tool that we call the calculator. And if you scan that QR code, you will be bring to our page when you can calculate your level of alcohol and get some info regarding responsible drinking. So it's also a tool to inform this, I will say, kind of people that sometimes doesn't want to take the time to go on the Educ'alcool website just to check, if they have some new info regarding responsible drinking.
I like that. So there's a barcode on there. You just scan it and you can make sure that you're within reasonable levels. Now, how pervasive is this problem of the date rape drug GHB being put into drinks in Montreal? What do we know about that, Geneviève?
Actually, we don't have a lot of, statistics, except that a lot of people say that they will be involuntary intoxicate with, yes, we call there's the GHB, but there's also more alcohol or any kind of substances. And the other things that we have to understand that it's not only women. There's also men and other type of genders that are victims of that involuntary intoxication, not for the same reason. Okay, but for example, a lot of men just told us that they want their wallet, they want to fight, or they just want to do a joke. It's a kind of special joke, but that kind of thing happened, and a lot of people also told us that the people that do this kind of involuntary intoxication, they just put it randomly on glasses, and whoever it is, they will take that drink
to take advantage of them. Yikes. The big concern here is sexual assault, but like you said, it could be theft, it could be whatever, just taking advantage of people in a vulnerable state because they've been drugged. How do you know if you've been drugged, Geneviève? What should you be on the lookout for?
Actually, what the people reported to us, they will feel like if they have taken 4 or 5 shots in the last 10 minutes. Okay, so it's, in their blood, their liver and their head, all the things in their body doesn't feel well. And if it happens, please go to the bartender and say, I need help. You don't have to explain yourself or whatsoever. And the other things that you must do in 2023 years, it's to go out with friends that you can trust.
Yes.
Because the other things that a lot of people mention is that maybe the person who put this substance in the glasses can be in your circle. Okay, so try to go out with person that you trust.
So just to understand, these covers that will go on your glass, everyone will get one? Do you have to ask for one? How will it work?
Actually, for the first 10,000, we want to create the demand. So we will distribute them to people in the bar or in the lineups of the bar during the summertime, okay? And it will be by the SPVM staff that will do that. But what we want at the end of this project, this pilot project, is that the bar will order them, okay, directly and put it automatically on every non-alcoholic drink, okay? Just every drink that they will sell, they will put that glass protector on it. But first, we have to create the demand, because if not, the bar will buy them, and people say, "Oh, no, I just don't need it." So we want to be sure that people will say, "Yes, I want that because I feel safe. I feel safe." But again, check your glasses. Even if you have a glass protector, it's like having your security belt on a car. You still have to pay attention to the road.
It's an interesting approach to create the demand, and it takes away a bit of the stigma that a bar might feel as being associated as a place where the drinks might get drugged. Speaking of, being careful of being with your friends, I want to bring up what Québec Solidaire's Manon Massé had to say about this, because she was critical, basically saying instead of being called check ton verre, it should be check tes chums, rather than putting the onus on the person to make sure their drink doesn't get drugged, to put the onus on other people to make sure you're not hanging out with anybody who thinks it's a fun idea to drug someone else's drink. What's your comment on that in terms of the criticism that this pilot project is facing?
I prefer to put and instead of or, because when you say you don't have to check your glass, you have to check your friends. I say check your glass, check your friends, and we will add other measures. And we should do everything that we can to reduce. And to, at the end, we hope just not having any kind of involuntary intoxication. So I put N where people put or.
So the onus is on all of us then instead. I like that. I like that approach. Great initiative. Again, great to find out a little bit more about it from you. Thank you for your time today, Geneviève.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Interesting. I thought at the beginning it's going to be police, SPVM, handing these things out. I know that's what they did last weekend.
That'll make you feel safe.
Yeah, well, just to create the sort of buzz that, hey, these things are around, because she makes a good point. I mean, if you have them in a bar and people don't really know or think it's kind of like a gimmick of some kind, they won't ask for them.
So we know that François Bernardel, the minister, was out also as part of this, handing them out in bars with the police and Educ'alcool. I think it's a great initiative, and I like that the messaging has shifted a little bit. That was Geneviève DESAUTELS, by the way, Executive Director of Educ'alcool.